Hello, beautiful pipies. I was going to call you guys pipies. You're piping hot Pisces, okay? Welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane. Okay, so I was pre-shuffling this card, this card. Can you tell I'm excited? Yes, you can. Okay. And this card came out, and I decided to leave it out. I decided, instead of shuffling in front of you, I'm just going to put it out. I started reading the meaning, and I said, I'm going to turn the camera on. I'm going to start this reading right now, because it so applies to everything that we are going through, and this week of great opportunity with the new moon in Sagittarius and the solar eclipse, all that beautiful fire energy coming in to help us along, even the weekly read telling us, act now, Pisces, act now, and we're sitting there going, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to keep motivating you this week to take those first steps. Okay, and of course, so is Spirit, and this card is obviously another reminder of that. The garden and the gate. Okay, take a look at this picture. Just look at the beautiful garden she's in. Okay, it's so beautiful. If you see around her neck, though, she does have a key. Okay, and look at her face. She's looking like, there's stuff out there, but I'm not too sure. I'm pretty happy in my garden, and that's what I'm going to talk about here, okay? So, this card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck, obviously. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way this time. Now, let's not get holed up on one thing in particular, because this is a general reading for all Pisces. If there's something that you have been anticipating and waiting for, okay? But be aware, not beware, be aware. The choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or a fear of the unknown. Okay? The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path or from living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside your gate. So, right, don't let money be the sole purpose of what you're trying to do here, Pisces. I talked about this. I said, you have to use what you want to do, your passion, something that's going to be long-lasting for you, something that's going to be worth it. But again, don't be afraid to stay in one place, but don't always just go for the buck as well. Go for comfort. You can go for wealth. Just, we're talking like CEOs, they go, how much is enough? If you've been looking, like, for the last couple of months, what's been going on with the small retail, well, the big retail chains, but the small salaried people are going, they made tons of money during the pandemic, and that never reflected back to the employee. So this is what they're saying. How much wealth is enough wealth? And if there is enough wealth, then there's something else that needs to be looked at. There's a security, there's a chakra, there's like the root chakra, your security, sacral chakra. Those chakras need to be worked on. Okay, I got all excited there with this card. God knows why, but I always do. All right, so I'm going to take from this deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards, okay? Don't know why, just felt like doing it this morning. The artwork is so very beautiful on these cards. It is called the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Now, I don't consider myself a witch, but I don't consider myself much. I don't get hung up on definitions, Pisces, so if you do, well, I don't think that's a very Pisces thing, but that's my opinion. I think as Pisces, we're very fluid, so, we take from the stuff we like, and we just kind of go with it, If the witches have something we like, we do it. If a certain religion has something we like, we do it. We just don't stay stuck on, like, just the one. We just kind of, I like part of that, so I'm going to do that. So, there we go. Because I've been called a witch once on this channel. Okay. So, Craftsman of Fire. I'm not going to take any reverses in this deck. Not for this time. And anyway, they're reversed in my hand. So, as all the decks have been doing. I like that. So, alright. And then we have 18, The Guardian. These are so beautiful. The artwork alone is worth the deck. Honestly. Honestly. I'm going to call this The Journey. We'll call it The Journey. I feel like it's got maybe a past, present, future type of deal, but we'll just let it talk and we'll see what it has to say. Like I said, I don't like pinning anything down. Never have, so. Okay, and the last one. Oh, there's two. And it came out together. We have the Shaman 13 and Strength 14. Nice. And I like the fact that we're represented like the two different genders here. I know there's more in the world now, but I mean the ones you're born with. And this one has it feels like it's the Ark, right? It's got all the animals in it. A lot of, yeah. Oh no, there's an owl, and I think she's an angel. Okay. I'm getting ahead of it, and getting into the cards. I love them. They're so beautiful. So we have the Craftsman of Fire. The reason I took so little is because I like this guidebook. I like following it. It has a lot in it. And the Craftsman of Fire. Just looking at it I feel like he's working so hard at something. Okay? He is like doing, it looks like a horseshoe, but it could be anything. His work area is beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. But he does have an anvil, like the biggest anvil I've ever seen on his workspace. So did he just craft that as a workspace, or is it showing that he is dedicated to stay there for as long as he's supposed to and carry the weight of it until it is perfection? I'm just going to read what it says. Through darkness comes the sounds of metal ringing and flames crackling, the hiss of steam rising, and the inescapable heat of fire's magic. Amid flying sparks, the Craftsman of Fire appears, forging enchantments in the flames. Okay. He can make swords or plowshares, but prefers to make horseshoes. The forge is his altar, the smithy, his temple, his work divinely wrought. Reverently transforming the elements of Mother Earth with the power of fire, he has created the cauldron of community. Honor his creation, honor the fire, honor the craftsman, and he will make you his apprentice. Right. Okay, so there is power within you that has purpose. Conditions may be challenging and you may have to work in darkness or alone, but your efforts will make you strong. Whatever you create, forge your relationship to the sacred fire that transforms all things, and your work will be blessed. Again, with the fire energy is coming in really strongly. So I feel that your path really is forging something that you are passionate about. Like they said in the book, he could be doing anything, but he chooses to do this, and he's choosing it to do it well. So whatever you are doing, work at it well. Put all of your passion in it. Okay, and when you're done, while you're doing it, check in on yourself. This is spirit coming in. You want to know if you're doing your right path. It's your right way of doing it. Check in on yourself. Have this conversation with yourself as you're doing what you're doing. From the beginning, in the middle, and the end. Did this bring me satisfaction through the entire thing, from the moment you began? Or was it just a means to an end? That is so important. If I was to check in on myself right now and say, do you think this is challenging? Sometimes, yeah, because I don't really know. I have to trust in spirit that they're going to take me down the right message, the right path. That's going to be good for you. That's going to be constructive. That's going to give you power. And I'm always have a tiny bit of fear that the messages simply will not come true. But they do. All the time they prove it incessantly. And I feel elated and happy when things come out and they tie in and everything makes sense. And I feel like when I'm saying the words that I'm speaking, it's giving you something in return. Something that you can take in your day and then create something that even I may not know, but I will reap the reward somewhere down the road. In other words, whatever you create at some point, I'll find somewhere and purchase, or it will make my life simpler at some point, and you will have been the person, but we're all connected. So right now, yes, I feel, when I think of it this way, I feel very good right at this moment right now. Okay? I'm not saying that there's certain parts that won't get tedious. I mean, I know the administrative part of all of this sometimes gets to me, but I just get it over, done with, and doesn't take most of my day. So, check in on yourself. While you are doing what you're doing, is it giving you satisfaction? Okay, so that's a little tip from Spirit, a new one. They had not said that. Sometimes I think they can't possibly have anything new to say. And then they do. All right, so in the middle we have the Guardian, and I like him. Let's take a look. Okay, so he looks like he's ready to go cut some crops down. I think he may have, because if you look in the background, he's already done his field back here. He has it looks like, no, that's not a skunk because the stripe's missing, unless it's sideways. I don't know what that is. There's a fox, there's a boar, there's a rabbit, there's everything. I love this. He's got such of a King of Pentacles, but he has, there's a lot of abundance around him. That's the point. And you have green leaves, so it feels like it's spring or maybe the end of summer, because the field's being plowed. Yeah, the end of summer. You even have the butterfly. Okay, if you look, the butterfly is over here, but he feels kind of off in the distance. 2 turtle doves. You have little Tweety on his shoulder. He's got a lot happening, and he has more butterflies. He's got one at the bottom here. There's one on a cow. Okay, so I'm showing you everything that I'm seeing, what's really popping out of this image when you sit. The 2 little turtle doves at the end here, at the top. Come on. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to read. The Pilgrim's quest has stripped away fears and falsehoods, unmade and made again my nurturing darkness and engendering light. Oh my God, that's what we've been doing, right? Like putting the light on the darkness. He sees himself reflected and affirmed by the world that strengthens and sustains him. He is finding confidence and comfort far greater than wealth or privilege can provide. And that's what we were talking about. See, this is what I mean about this. Do something that brings you happiness, not just wealth. Okay? He has learned that there's always reason for hope. The world he lives in is sacred. Beautiful. He strides forward on the path less traveled, hearing the song of creation calling him to something greater than himself, calling him to serve. It's dawn. Mist is rising from the verdant greenwood, and because the pilgrim is ready, the guardian appears. Beautiful. Chosen by the goddess sovereignty, long ago, he was called the king, a title and identity sought ever since by frauds who lust for power and treasure, and fakers without wisdom or humility. Didn't I tell you he looked like the King of Pentacles, right? Right. It's an office destined to be held by he who serves the land and all its peoples. This is what makes him worthy, holding his purpose with integrity. Right. What did I tell you? When you put something out there, put something that's going to help the population. What you put out there to help people will come back to help you. It's even if I was to say, like, for the Wiccan rules, at least that I had adopted, is do no harm, and also whatever you put out there comes back 10 times, 3 times, 10 times, some depending on who you listen to. So if you put good out 3 times, you're getting it back 3 times. If you put bad out 3 times, it's coming back to you 3 times. So let's try to do good, right? It's, some people call it karma too, you know, But I just call it, getting what you give, right? Okay. Compassion, inspiration, and example are how he yields his authority. But to defend the life he serves, he can also yield a sword against those who are cruel, indifferent, and corrupt. His wisdom and motivation arise from the order of creation. He is faithful and passionate partner, embodied and divine, of the goddess, whom he has loved since the beginning of time. His every action serves her creed, that all things make the world a better place to live. I just said that. I swear to God, I did not read that before. Well, you were here. You saw me. And they even outline, look, they put it in italics, that all things make the world a better place to live. There you go, Pisces. The Pilgrim stands before the Guardian. The Pilgrim would be the Fool in our regular deck, okay? And he feels the strength and gentleness that radiates from him in equal measure. A modest portion falls upon him like an honor to be carried, to till the fields and tend the animals, stand guard and step forward. The Pilgrim is ready to be mentored and empowered by responsibility. You're coming into a true sense of yourself and your ability to create the life you want. When you're fully present and act with integrity, you'll be increasingly freed from the limitations of ego, jealousy, and selfish ambition, whether yours or someone else's. You're discovering your self-worth and earning your own respect. You're ready to serve something greater than yourself, to stand up to the values for others and for the well-being of creation. The Guardian reminds you to seek the mentorship of the older men in your life, especially those who have offered some part of their lives in service. That's a wonderful idea, Pisces. They will remind you that true strength is and what there's always reason for hope. Now, they're not telling you to emulate these people. They're telling you to look at them for the things that you see as real service to the world, okay, how they help. And I'm sure you have people like that. Even if they're not family, you can probably, you've probably been privy to that. You've had that experience, okay? All right, so I love this. This is really getting you on your way. Been working on it, okay? And this is saying that you're being supported and that you're doing good. This is almost like a you're doing really well card. It's sending you on your way going, you're doing great with this. So we have the Strength and the Shaman. So I'm going to look at these, and these would be the major arcanas, by the way. So here we go. Strength. Such a beautiful card. Again, with all the animals surrounding. Now you can take it any way you want. You also have like the male of, and then you have the male and the feminine, the masculine and the feminine here. Very much so. So I'm going to this is all about power. We're gonna keep going. The Pilgrim is awakening to her power. It courses through her from the ground up, sustaining and absolute. This force of creation is an unfamiliar feeling, yet she knows it is to be real and essential. Its hope fulfilled, potential recognized, and all that is right in the world, all in her. But how does she summon it, yield it? What purpose does it serve until she has the answer? She can't unlock its magic. Okay? So you're feeling maybe a little bit locked behind this gate. It's coming. There are challenges before her. Time is growing short. For too long we had feared the force of nature, thought it red in tooth and claw, and thought ourselves uniquely superior, separated from the sacred. We have become wounded, unconcerned, and cruel. Oh, wounded, unconcerned, and cruel. I'm sure most of you have felt this in the world. This is what prompted the changes. Before I even started doing this, you can look back 5 years, I kept saying, the world has to change. This cannot keep happening. They cannot keep going this way, okay? So here we go. We have ascended through domination, the mightiest predator of all, and now the world lies dying at our feet. But nature can't be conquered, nor is there need to do so. And that's right. The Pilgrim's path has given her the strength of the goddess Artemis to heal what we have broken. She stands amid nature's glory and knows where real strengths come from and whom it's meant to serve. Creation's infinite expressions that teach us of their divinity in our own. A quiet hidden wood mouse, a blue-winged butterfly, an owl, a cat curled in the sunlight, an oak tree in the garden, the heather on the hill, and all guide the pilgrim now. As she plunges into life, she becomes a salmon, swimming strongly upstream, then scrambling to a wooded shore before a bear, a wolf, a moose, a black crow flying through the air. Fit, strong, and confident, she is able to call upon the elements, upon wind and flame, earth and rain, to dance with them, become like them, draw power from them. We wield unwavering sovereignty when the earth and our body are inseparable. Beautiful. The pilgrim steps out of the shadows and into view, humble and open-hearted. She has become a speaker for Mother Earth, for her children, for all the peoples who cannot speak for themselves, but who can teach us what it means to live rightly, to live as one. Her purpose is her strength. Life is full of challenges that can fill you with doubt and fear. Are you good enough, smart enough, strong enough? If you wait to feel courageous, you may never act at all. Here's the magic trick. Act even if you feel afraid, and you will become strong. Leap, and on the other side you'll find courage. Face the worst, and it will bring you out your best. You'll discover what you believe in and what you have power to do what's right, even if it seems to put you on the losing side. Stand strong, stand for what's right, speak from your heart. The path of the heart is the path of strength. And whenever you doubt this, spend time in nature. Let your heart open and feel yourself part of the whole earth community that loves you, supports you, and knows that you are really strong. So I love this. You do have the feminine and the masculine here. Absolutely. They're both together here to show you that, and I feel very much a pentacle energy. I feel like the king and the queen showed up. I know it says different things, the guardian and strength, but I feel very much that they're here to show you the nature through all of this. Our planet has been helping us ascend. If you listen to her, it will help you ascend faster. Okay, now I haven't read The Guardian, but this has gone on for about 20 minutes. So there is the extended. I'm going to continue with this one, and then I'm going to pull some tarot for the rest of this. So if this interests you, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. And I post twice a day, Pisces, for you. Okay, this has been a beautiful reading so far. So I hope you can come back to get the second part of it. Take care of yourself, Pisces. I will see you later.